Hi guys, welcome back. Just going to be carrying on further into the crypts. Just me, but I've decided to play basically on a sort of extreme difficulty, keep myself occupied whilst I'm trying to complete these scenarios. We're only level 5, um, and I've put the scenario difficulty onto level 4. Um, Playing with only one hero. Even if we had 2 heroes at the same level as us, we should only be level 3. So, should be rather challenging. We'll see how it plays out. Um, this is part of our retirement aim. So this is a scenario chain that may or may not get unlocked during the course of your campaign, depending on if someone decides to go down this personal retirement goal route. But these are guest scenarios. These are by Marcel Schwarzeska. I apologise for the mispronunciation. I'm sure that was wrong. But these have been an interesting couple of scenarios from what I've done so far. But we are now into the Crypt Basement. You return to the Crypt of the Damned and approach the hidden entrance into the lower basement. With the help of the tome, you unlock the passage downwards, and your nose is immediately assaulted by a horrendous vile stench. Green fumes arise from below. You cover your face with a piece of cloth and begin to descend. The stairs lead to a circular room with a strange-looking forge at its centre. A ghostly apparition stands beside it and turns at your arrival. "Apprentice of Zorn, I see you have brought his staff to restore it to its former power. I am the warden of this place, tasked with reforging the implement of Zorn's power. Bring the broken staff to the forge, quickly." As you come closer, you notice out of the corner of your eye a number of shambling figures moving in the shadows. "There are many forces in this world who would strongly prefer Zorn to remain as he is," the apparition says. "You must hold off their servants while I work. Keep up your guard and strike them down swiftly before they overwhelm you." So there's special rules with this scenario. We add 3 curse cards into our deck. So we are not immune to that. So 1, 2, 3 extra curse cards. All doors are locked and the doors will open automatically. So on turn 2, these will open. Start of the 4th round, doors over this side open. 6th round at the top, 8th round at the bottom, and the scenario is complete at the end of the 10th round. So that is all the setup we have. What we have to do is hang on for 10 rounds. So I'm going to have to try and keep track, make sure that I'm keeping track of these rounds as they go. One thing I have done since the last game, I was reading through BGG and I noticed that Isaac had commented previously on allowed enhancements, that a move action doesn't count as an action that's targeting yourself. So I previously had this card enhanced with a move to strengthen, attack 2. The only abilities you could add a strengthen to would be a shield, a retaliate, a bless, something which actually affects you. Movement can only be enhanced with +1, jump, or the ability to create an element. So I have changed that. I ended up between scenarios enhancing this card, so a heal action that applies to myself can be the target of a strengthen. So I put it onto this one. It's not quite as good a combo as on this card, but I figured we should play by the rules. So has meant spiked armor is not quite as strong. I've put the +1 move on, so it's slightly more useful. I don't have to be overly close to them, gives me a bit more flexibility before I get adjacent. Looking at the setup for this scenario though, We have a living spirit, an ooze, living bones, and an elite giant viper. Nothing is close to anything else. I could position myself in such a way that I could do a ranged attack on 3 of them using our corduroy's ability, but I want to try and make use of a couple of these traps early, perhaps. They're immobilize and poison. Okay, the giant viper will poison us. It's just the giant viper that would poison us actually at the moment. Don't think I could. Yes, the square, well, I've set myself at the moment actually. Their normal movement is only 3, so unless they get an increase in movement, which is entirely possible, we should be safe from them. And then I could look to pull the ooze and the living spirit towards myself with our break the chains. Top action here, attack 3, range 3, target 2, pull 2. So I pull them in towards us, and then we could use this attack 2, which would be attack 3 because they're both poisoned. It would mean that the ooze would get to us. Normally they've got a movement of 2, but I would like to deal a decent amount of damage to this ooze before it starts dividing. There's no cultists, so I think that's probably our best opening move. The other option is to strengthen myself now, but that is a heal 1 as well, so that could be useful if I do get poisoned. A nice quick initiative and get rid of the poison. So we go with those two. We'll start on a 16, the living spirit 67, oozes, they are dividing, obviously they're dividing. The giant viper has move -1 but has jump, and the living spirits just a vanilla +0/+0 move and attack. So the oozes, that's perfect. They're not actually going to attack me this round, so if I pull them next to me it makes no difference. The living spirit would be able to attack me from most places because it has 2 movement and 3 range. So I may as well pull it in adjacent to me. We do also have our necklace of teeth. So this item, anytime that we kill an enemy, we heal 1 damage. So we're sort of less bothered by poison because we should hopefully be getting lots of little heals during the course of the scenario. But it looks like with a move of 2, the giant viper won't get to us anyway. So that's good. Okay, attack 3, we'll go against the ooze first of all, ×2. Perfect, 6 damage. No best thing about that. And we pull it 1, 2, so it triggers this trap and becomes poisoned and immobilized. And then we'll attack the living spirit. -2, so only an attack of 1, which doesn't get through the shield. Ah, but he's flying, so he's not even going to trigger the trap, is he? This was a mistake. Oh well. Pulls him in. We're then going to use our move 3, effectively, attack 2. Let's move here. We're just slightly further away from everything. The living bones will still be able to get to us. Actually, sorry, the ooze has a shield of 1, so that was only 5 damage on them. So yeah, if I can deal 2 damage to this ooze, it's not even going to divide. So that's a worthwhile option. So attack 2, attack 3 because of the poison against the ooze, a wound, +2 into a curse. So got rid of a curse. Unfortunately, we dealt no damage, but the ooze is wounded. And then against the living spirit, attack of 2, 1 damage, nothing because of the shield. So yeah, in retrospect, that was a bit wasted. I forgot the living spirits are flying. Probably, well, it's early, but that could prove costly. So next we have the giant viper on 43. He's got move 2. Then we have the living bones. We'll move 1, 2. It's only normal, so it's actually only got 3 movement, so it can only get to there. So it's safe from that attack. The living spirit. Actually, I'm going to use my stamina potion on my turn, I think. Can I? No, I won't. Oh, that's fine. So he'll move 1 away because he wasn't immobilized. And then he's attacking us for 4. 3 damage. And then the ooze takes 1 damage from its wound, takes another 2 damage, and then divides. So we will have 2 oozes on 1 hit point. And there's ooze number 9. They're going to shuffle up again. Sorry guys, nipped off to say hello to the other half as she came home. So we've got away with only a little bit of damage and no ill effect. No attacks yet that damaged us too much. We're going to take quite a few attacks this round. So I think we're going to give ourselves advantage on all our attacks and disadvantage all of their attacks. We'll go nice and early so we can see what's happening. If they've got disadvantage on all their attacks, they're going to deal us hopefully less damage. A bit blurry, let's see what I can do. Maybe that's a bit better. So we gain advantage on all our attacks and 8 initiative as well. And then we use corduroys, we can get some wounds out. Okay, did I shuffle the users? I don't remember. And we're on to round 2. So start of round 2. It is the start of the rounds, isn't it? Doors A open at the start of the second round. Whoops, we've not even killed anything yet and we're getting more stuff spawning. So let's open these doors. We have a poison trap stone. Normal living spirit. On the plus side, we're 1/10 of the way through the scenario. Viper. Another viper. And another ooze. So no new enemy types. Living spirits, 22, move, attack -1, muddle. Oozes, attack, and poison. The giant vipers, move with jump, attack. All attacks targeting the giant viper this round are disadvantaged. And the living bones on a 12 are just shielding and healing, so they're not going to attack us this round, and they are going to heal, so it's probably not worth wounding them because they'll just heal through it. Living spirit have a move -1, so 1, 2. This one isn't going to affect us. Vipers with a move of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 aren't going to affect us, and the oozes aren't moving. One of the oozes next to us is wounded already, so we'll die. We may as well attack 1, 2, 3 and get our wounds out that way. So we're going to give ourselves advantage on all attacks. And we've got 3 attack 2s with advantage. Disadvantaged first against the ooze, so just a normal attack. Plenty enough to kill it, which will heal us 1. That was a summon, so it won't spawn anything. Then against the living spirit, +1, so that is an attack of 3. It has 3 shield, so it does nothing but a wound, so that's quite nice. And then the giant viper, number 7, the elite here, +1, so 3 damage on the elite and a wound. And we've created fire. Both of these actions create fire. We're then going to use our minor stamina potion to get a couple of cards back. Perfect. So that was us, and they've all got disadvantage this round. So first the living bones, he does nothing. The living spirit, number 2, moves 1, 2, but is out of range. This guy takes 1 damage from his wound, and then attacks us for 2, 3 damage, and he muddles us. Oh, I drew a... Did I draw a... No, I drew it. Should have shuffled everything. So muddle for next turn. It does no status effects. After 22, we have the giant vipers. So the elite will take 1 more damage. And then he'll move in next to us and does an attack -1. Oh, I didn't do my attacks with advantage either. It's okay. The giant viper would have been a normal attack, so the only thing that differed was against this guy. Attack -1, so this is just an attack of 2, down to 1, but he does poison us as well. And the other vipers, number 1, will move 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the oozes, this guy takes a damage from his wound and dies. So that is all the oozes. This guy then, sorry, the one remaining ooze, but he's too far away and doesn't have a move, does nothing. Perfect, so that's the end of round 2. Couple of shuffles. So far, not too bad. The start of next round, we will have the other door opening though, so we could do with killing a few of these guys off. I'm going to move to strengthen myself. And then attack. So we go on a 14, the heal, get rid of our poison, and we'll be strengthened, so we'll have advantage on this attack. And we'll use our battle axe to hit 2 of these guys. We'll see who's going to be our biggest enemy, depending on what we flip over. So the living spirits, move, attack, and heal. The ooze, move -1, loot 1, and heal, so that's not a problem. The viper, move and attack, living bones, still alive, 45, okay. So I don't really want the living spirit to heal himself up. So I'm going to move and trigger this trap myself, which immobilizes me and deals me poison, which we already had. Then we heal, so we lose the poison, and we gain strengthen. And then we'll use our battle axe, and we'll consume the fire to make this an attack 4 stun on both the giant viper and the living spirit. I was muddled with strengthen, we're just going to do normal attacks. So normal attack against the living spirit number 3 times 2. That'll be plenty, so we'll kill it. And we'll heal. And a normal attack against number 7 +1, so 5 damage. Isn't enough to kill him, but he is stunned, so he is effectively not going to deal us any more damage. So that was good. The giant vipers are up next. So the stunned one is now up to 10 damage. He has 11 hit points, so he will die before he activates again. Move +1, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to get an attack -1, so attack of 1. We are no longer poisoned. +1, 2 damage. And then this fella, 1, 2, 3, 4. Attack of 1, +1 again. 2 damage. Then it is the living bones. He has a movement of 3. So he will move 1, 2, 3. And do an attack of 3. But misses. That is quite fortuitous. The ooze then has a movement of 1. And loot. And this living spirit has a movement of 2. 1, 2. Attack +1 at range -1, so he's only got a range of 2. He misses. Excellent, so we're getting surrounded again. And we're on to round 4. So open the doors. And on this side we have a boulder and a poison trap. One coin, 2 coins. We have ooze, ooze, and another ooze. So this is going to start becoming a little dangerous if they decide to divide. And one more spirit. I dislike the spirits. They're hard to kill because they have shield of 3 and they do pack a punch. Okay. So I'm down to 9 of 18 hit points. Well, we are completely surrounded, so it's a good opportunity to attack everything that's around us, and we are strengthened. So I'm going to play these 2 cards again. Our corduroys to burn everything we're nearby and attack adjacent enemies. So we'll go on a 16. The living spirits a 48, vanilla for them. 36, faster moving oozes. Giant Viper gains a +2 if we're adjacent to any of the Viper's allies, which we certainly are. And the living bones are attack +1 as well. So we're in a bit of a tricky situation. We're likely to kill one of the Vipers. The others have 6 hit points. Living bones has 7 hit points. Well, I'm going to have to go for it. So we'll use this first of all. We're strengthened, doing an attack 2. We are immobilized, so we can't move anywhere else either. So attack 2, we'll go against number 1 here. 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to him. Against number 7, 3 damage, which kills him. And we gain a hit point. Against number 4 Viper, we'll heal a hit point, but deal no damage. And against the number 5 skeleton, we will deal 3 damage down to 2 because of his shield. Okay, so one of the Vipers only has 1 hit point left, the other one's uninjured. And we're unlikely to kill the Skelly Bones, but we'll go for it anyway. So ranged attack against the number 1 Viper first of all. He's only got 1 hit point left. So this is with advantage, but disadvantage for being adjacent. So normal attack, stun, wound, +2, -1. So that will kill him. And we get 1 hit point. Against number 5 living bones, we'll heal 1 and deal 3 damage and a wound. And we could go for the living bones, or we could go for the ooze. Living bones is doing an attack 4, the ooze is doing an attack of 2, so let's go for the living bones. It's got slightly fewer hit points as well, but we would have advantage against the ooze. We'll go for the living bones. +2. So 4 more damage, down to 3 damage and a wound. So Unfortunately, he won't die this turn, but he will be dead next turn. We generate fire. So didn't do us too badly. We got back up to 13 hit points with a couple of rolling heals in here as well. We drew a couple of our curse cards. Okay, so then it is the giant viper. We have one next to us who will take a damage from his wound, and then he'll attack us for 4. 5 damage. Pulls him back. That is the only viper. We've then got the oozers. So, ooze number 2 moves 1, 2, 3. This guy is within range, so he's going to do an attack 3. Sorry, meant to on my turn. Stamina potion for cards back because we need our cards back. Yep. Down to 5. We have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. So attack of 3, 2 damage. Okay. And then Living Spirit. Attack of 4, 5. I have to lose a card. And then 1, 2, 3. So looking pretty dire. And around 5. Okay. So we've got a big movement we're going to have to make, and we're going to probably want to move quickly. We can either loot for 3 coins around us. I think we'll risk a 22 with attack, and we should be able to kill an adjacent enemy, which will let us get this poison off, and we'll gain a shield. Yeah, 22, that's probably our best move. Giant Viper needs to shuffle. So we've only got to survive, so let's get out of this room. Living Spirits 33. The ooze are dividing. Giant Viper, move -1. Living Bones, move, attack, heal on a 20. So they are going first, unfortunately. They're just before us. So he's got an attack of 4 because of poison. Actually, he's going to take 1 damage. I didn't give him a damage on his last turn, did I? So he is actually dead. before he gets to heal. So that's quite fortuitous, but we were hoping to kill him for the heal. So, fortunate or not. We have a Viper next to us, which is also quite weak. So, we're going to do... Or we could attack... We could move and then attack the ooze over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could hide ourselves here using our winged boots and then do an attack 4. It's this guy. Before he divides, that might be a better option again. So we use the fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for an XP, and then attack 4 and gaining a shield for an XP as well. So, did we draw it? No. Attack 4, 5 damage down to 4 because of its shield. On number 2. Okay, so then it is a living spirits. 1, 2, 3, but there's no line of sight. 1, 2, 3. And Giant Viper has a movement of 2. And it oozes. All divides. We need 4 more oozes. So, ooze number 10. Go here and he will take 6 damage. Because ooze number 2 will have 6 damage. Number 6. So 4 spawns 1, and they'll each have 2 damage. 6 will spawn 7, each with 2 damage. And 9 spawns 3 with 2 damage. So the only ones 8 and 5 have no damage on them, which is correct. And the Viper was wounded. Okay. So we're not out of the woods yet. Okay. Could have done with spending a bit of money on a potion. I'm not going to kill either of these oozers. It's the best I can do. It's probably give myself a couple of heals and get back up to full hit points. Short rest, or I could short rest now. Don't have many cards left, but I'll be going on to the 6th round. I don't need to survive many, so yeah, let's short rest. Corduroys with the wounds. Well, we'll lose it. So we're probably going to be attacked just by the one living spirit if we can kill those two oozers. And they've got 3 hit points and a shield of 1. So it's risky. Or I could heal myself fully and take 3 hits. And then try and hit them next turn. That might be better, I think. Try and not go for the risky play, so round 6. See what's up here. Pillar. We've got another ooze, so that's only 1 remaining ooze that's not out. Viper there. Living corpse, just joining in on the action. Another living spirit. So we're on a 14. These guys are shuffling. So living bones, there aren't any. Giant vipers, 58. Move +1. They're still too far away. Ooze, standing still and attacking. And poisoning. Oh, that's terrible. And living spirits. Move -1, attack -1, model. It's only got a movement of 2. Could be good to know. And then corpses are 21. So if I move 3, he can only get to here or here, so I won't get the muddle from the spirit. And I've got 2 oozes. No, only one of them will be within range. So I get a poison from one of them, but take only an attack 3. I could run through here, then I'm immobilized for next turn. That's probably not a good idea. Let's do it. Let's move 1, 2, 3. We get a heal of 1, so we take our poison off and we strengthen ourselves. And then we're healing X, where X is the difference between our maximum hit point value and our current hit point value. So we're going straight back up and get 2. Then it's a living corpse. He's going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. Living spirits will move 1. 1, 2. 1, 2. Giant vipers. The elite moves 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy takes a damage and dies. And the oozes, as we said, they're just staying put. So number 10 is within range of us. He'll attack. Attack 3. +1, 4 damage. Now we're poisoned. And that is everyone. Yep, we've not drawn one of our cards. Okay. So, and then move on to round 7. Living spirit will shuffle. Then we're going to go on a 22. Put this out. A +1 attack to all your attacks if you're below half hit points, although we're not at the moment. We could move up and attack. There's a chance the living spirit might beat us, and then we're poisoned. I'll go with this one. A 16 instead. That should be enough to get rid of our poison. We should kill something this round. So we're on a 16. We're on to round 7. Have I moved that on? Not sure if I did. It's going to be very frustrating. It was turn 6. Because we just opened that, this has to be on turn 7. That's fine. So, living spirit, 22. Well, we were planning to go on a 22, weren't we? So they would have been just after us. The oozes, 57. Giant vipers, 32. And living corpse, 82. So we will be first. We have a move of 3. Attack, target all adjacent. And we are strengthened at the moment. So let's move 1, 2, 3. And then we've got an advantage attack, which will be our last couple of cards. So first of all against number 10. +1 disarm, +1 wound, times 2. So it's attack of 3, attack of 6. It's an injured one. Anyway, only had 3 hit points left. So it will die. It was a summon, but that is enough to get rid of our poison. And then we've only got 1 card left. So advantage attack against number 2 is a miss, or shuffle this back up. +1. It's going to be attack of 3, down to 2 because of the shield. 5, 6, 7, 8. He's still alive. And then we'll do attack 3, range 3, and pull, target 2. So it's an advantaged attack, first of all, against living spirit. Yeah, we'll do the advantaged attack first of all. Stun 4, so 1 damage and a stun on him. Perfect. He won't be attacking us this round. And then against number 2, just a normal attack, -1. So 2 damage, down to 1 because of his shield, is just enough to kill him. He was the original. And we'll get 1 health back. Okay. So end of our round we lose strengthen. Next it is the living spirits. So move -1, this one will move 2. This guy moves 2, 1, 2, 3, doesn't have range. And then number 2 is stunned, so that would just come off. Giant Viper has a move of 3. So this guy moves 2, as far as he can get. The Oozes have a movement of 2, so this is going to be awkward for order. This guy moves up. 1, 3 can't move. 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's certainly getting more than a little bit crowded. So going on to round 8. I need to survive 3 more rounds, and I've got 3 cards in my discard, 4 in my hand, so I'm doing okay for cards. I don't know if I want to short rest. Get my strength and range cards back. I've got no multi-attack cards and nothing more than a move 2, no ranged attacks. So I could simply heal and shield myself this turn and hope that they get congested and don't get too close to me. And then I'd be at full hit points, and there'll be 2 rounds to survive. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go on an 8 and we'll just try and survive this round. If not, we may have to use it as a move 2 and back away to try and get out of a shot of a few people. Fortunately, most of them are ranged. So Living Spirits and the Vipers need to shuffle. Oh, this is going to get revealed. Another pillar. Elite. Oh, there is a chest in this room. Don't think I've got the legs in me to get all the way over there somehow. I mean, if I had a jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'd need to be able to create fire, which I could. It's possible, but no. I don't think I moved the living corpse up 1 last time, so. No, finish that room I'm losing my mind. So we've got another ooze. We've got an elite. Living bones. Chest. And a coin. So we've certainly not had time to go and get much loot. We need to draw a card for everyone. New spirits. Oozes. Giant Viper. Living bones. And corpse. They don't need to shuffle. I do need to shuffle. Okay, so let's have a look. What have we got? The living bones and the living corpses aren't going to be relevant to this. Giant Viper has a movement of 2. with jump, so he will get to here and be able to attack me. Living spirits have a movement of 2. So if I actually just back away, I'll avoid the attack. I could do a loot 2 and just pick up 2 coins and back away. I could pick up 1 coin and shield myself, and then it will effectively be only an attack 1 from the living spirit. I'm going to be very much backed into this corner though. And yeah, that's probably going to be the better option. I don't really want to take the attack from the Viper, so we'll do a loot 1 where we are and gain shield, and then we're going to move 2 back away. The other one I'm contemplating putting a strengthen on is this loot 1 shield 1 self. It's a card I use fairly often to pick up some money, and then at least I'm doing something beneficial for myself for the next round, or it's either a strengthen or a bless. Okay, so that is me. The living spirits. So number 1 can't move. Number 3 moves to here. They move up 1, and then he's going to do an attack 2. -1 down to 1. Shield 1. Nothing. But I'm muddled. Then it is the giant viper. So there. And then it will be the living bones. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it is a living corpse. Movement +1, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oozes have move -1 loot, so he's going to move in here and sadly loot himself 5 coins. A lot more than we've managed to get. Number 3 won't move, 4 moves up, gets this coin, 5, 6, 7 won't move, 9, oh, number 2 moves. And they each heal themselves 2, so we now have, how many users is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 full health oozers on the map. That's a bit dangerous. But we are on to turn 9, so we've just got 2 more rounds to hold out for. We're going to have a short rest. Use a hit point. Keep hold of our move and attack card. I think I'm going to want to go fairly slowly and hope a few of them can't get in range of me, and then move in. Or I could just move on to the poison trap and heal myself. Just be backing slowly away. I think that's probably the better option actually. We'll move quickly and just shield ourselves again. Give ourselves strength so we may be able to go out with a swing of the fists on the final round. So we're going on an 8. Living spirits need to shuffle. The corpses are 91, oozes 85, giant viper 32, living bones 81. So the oozes aren't moving. The living spirits are on 22. I've got to move -1. So if I stay where I am, I'm going to get attacked by 1 living spirit and the giant viper. 1, 2, 3, yeah, so I may as well back away. And I'm just attacked by 1 of them. So we're going to move, so we trigger the trap. We gain immobilize and poison, but then we heal 1 on ourselves. And we were muddled at the start of the round. We gain strengthen, taking the poison off, and then we loot 1, shield 1 self. So it may have been advantageous for this scenario, even though I just had a shield 2. I've used it a little bit at the end here. So we've backed slightly away. The living spirit will move up. And he's going to attack us at a -1, so attack of 2, down to 1 damage because of our shield. Number 1 can't move up, this guy moves up, but is not within range. The giant viper has a movement of 3, so it doesn't get within range to poison us. Then we have living bones don't move, oozes don't move, living corpse, 1, 2, oh no he won't. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and they suffer 1 damage. So that's number 2 and number 6. And that's everyone. So we're on to the final round. I'm immobilized. So I'm going to short rest. Pick a card, either card. It's fine, I'll leave that one. That's fine. So I wanted this one, so any attacks against me would have.
You didn't even pick the one I used.
That was the one to get rid of. And we'll do a couple of attacks at range. So we're going on an 8, that should put us first. Spirits and vipers need to shuffle. The bones of 74, the oozes are going to try and divide. Living corpse of 32 is standing still. So living corpses and the oozes aren't going to bother us. Good luck dividing oozes, there's too many of you already. Living spirits are again on a 22. Giant vipers I haven't shuffled. $11. Shield and attack -1. So I'm going first. I'm going to give myself advantage on all attacks. Pretty pointless since I was already strengthened. Attack 3 against anything injured. We go for living spirit 2. +1. Stun +1, so that's 4. 1 damage gets through its shield and it is stunned. Let's go for the elite viper number 7, even though it's not moving. A miss. Does nothing, but we heal 1. Okay. So we then have vipers, shield, attacks where it is, nothing's adjacent. Then it would be the living spirit. Number 2 is stunned, so we'll do nothing. Number 1 only has 2 movements, we can't get anywhere. Number 3 moves up, attacks us with disadvantage for either a ×2 or a -2. So we take the -2 and it deals us no damage. And then we have living corpses, attack where they are, perfect. Living bones, move +0. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they stood still last time. And then the oozes. Number 1 manages to divide. Number 2 manages to divide. And they'll all take 2 damage, which I won't bother noting because that is round 10. Finally, the ethereal warden finishes his work and lifts the staff of Zorn high over his head. A powerful pulse of green light emanates through the room, reducing all remaining enemies to dust. The spectre moves towards you and offers the staff. Take it, bring it to the Palace of Ice in the northern mountains, and unseal the tomb of Zorn. You have done well so far. Your journey is almost over. As you grab the staff, the ghost begins to fade from view. Thank you for allowing me to fulfill my duty, releasing me from my bonds to this realm. Now I can finally rest. With the job complete, you quickly leave the crypt. At least the next location should be a change of scenery after all this rotten flesh and these poison-filled beasts. Once you reach the exit, your lungs fill with fresh air and you can finally breathe freely again. You begin to walk back towards Gloomhaven, leafing through the tome to look for references to this Palace of Ice. As you depart, however, an eerie feeling creeps through you. You feel as though someone is watching you. Looking around, you see no one. You double your walking pace, eager to return home. The entire way, you just can't seem to shake the feeling. So, as a reward, the Seeker of Zorn receives the Staff of Zorn, item 114. Let's have a look. We didn't do particularly well on XP that scenario, we gained 3. 114. The Staff of Zorn. So, this item, during your ranged attack, add poison and muddle to the entire attack action. So it's a two-handed item, but that is pretty good. We've got a couple of ranged attacks. So one attack which wounds and poisons, which does wound, could also poison and muddle. So that'd be pretty effective. Okay. So, despite the fact there was one of us and we increased the difficulty, we still managed to survive. I don't think we were going to hold out too much longer. But all we had to do was survive. We didn't have to kill everything. But yeah, those oozes were definitely tricky. But that is the only unlock, and we have a new location, the Palace of Ice. Scenario 54. Palace of Ice. Cheers very much, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.